All right, I'm Todd Oden. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I drive the Double X 58 Chevrolet Del Rey. Runs SEGA. Well, I like the challenge that everybody says a big car like this can't go that fast. So just the fact that we're able to make a big car like this have this much horsepower and get down the track this good is what the challenge is what makes it fun.
And Todd Oden puts it in victory circle after a long drought here in SEGA.
Wayne and I, when I called him on the phone, we had a long conversation, probably an hour and a half or so. And I think Quayne was smart enough to realize I knew a little bit about racing because of the years I had raced. And then finally we got around to a question, and Quayne said, well, what kind of car are you thinking about building? And I said, well, I'm going to build a 58 Chevrolet Del Rey. Well, there was probably 5 to 10 seconds of silence. And I think at that point he thought, good Lord, I've wasted all this time talking to this guy, and he's going to build some big old car like this that's not going to be competitive at all. So when I built the car and got it out and showed it to him, I think he began to see my vision and see what we could do. We run a small block Chevrolet platform. It's 309 cubic inches. It's built by One Way Technologies out of Washington, Indiana. Just probably the greatest group of people that I've ever been associated with. We started out running a smaller package, and we've worked our way to this because it seems to fit the car really well. It has the torque it needs to move this big body and big chassis and enough horsepower to get down the track. I started out, actually I graduated high school in 1985, and from the time I was 15 until I graduated, I had several drag cars. We've always been a drag race family. My dad was a modified production racer, and I ran a straight shift car in high school in a G stock class. Also, we would come up and run super stock occasionally. And then we moved from that to a 69 Camaro that was also a 4-speed car, straight shift car. And then we went into the later model stuff and started racing what they call now Fast 8, which transitioned into Top Sportsman, which transitioned into Pro Mod. So we've been racing quite a while. Now, we did take a long break before we started coming to the SEGA races, and then that's when we knew we had to join in and run with these guys. So in 2017, what is now C gas, 10 pounds per cubic inch, at that time was called D gas. And that's the first championship that I won, was in 2017. Since then, it's been transitioned to what we call C gas now. Same class, same racers, same bunch of great guys, but they just changed the designation. We've also brought my son into the mix too, and his name is Michael. Started him out in a 67 Camaro in super stock. Michael's doing super great, so we decided to let him drive the wagon, the double down wagon. This year, I put him in it for a couple of races while we transitioned to get his Chevy 2 ready to run big gas. So we're hoping by the next race that Michael will be in there running in big gas in that Chevy 2. And it's also going to be called Double Down. It'll be Double Down 2 for the Chevy 2. Fierce competitor, and he is tough to beat. So yeah, we've got a new engine package this year. One Way has saddled us up with, and it's really dependable. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just being dependable, because Tim's an excellent racer. He's not going to miss a race. He's not going to miss a round. He's not going to break very often. So you've got to be consistent, and you've got to be good, and you've got to be up on the wheel to beat him. So that's what we plan on doing. We plan on every round, from the turn to the burn, we're going to get after Tim. Now, we're great friends before we go out, but once we get to the starting line, you won't meet a tougher competitor than Tim Hall. One thing really good about our team now is my cousin Joey Reed has came on board being my crew chief. I've got him and John McLaughlin both teamed up with us working on the car, and that's really made a huge difference since my dad passed away. Joey is from a late model dirt background, so our suspension program has really picked up, and it's nice just having family here, to take the place of my dad because he was such a huge influence on our team. And also, I can't go without mentioning my wife. She does a fantastic job on backing the car up. I've won several races just where she's helped me get in the groove. And it's just nice seeing her pretty face out there and smiling right before you go down the track. All that stuff really makes a huge difference. It's a big part of our team.